SAP Screen Navigation. Topics we are going to see in this are log on to SAP, creating a new user, password reset, SAP menu and modules, user menus and menu bar, command bar, standard toolbar, title bar, application toolbar, status message bar and messages also. We will also see menu path to approach decodes, usage of favorite functionalities, and copy and paste. F1 function for details, F4 for match codes for searching options, working with sessions. These are the topics we will see in the navigation, which are very commonly used and required while we are doing transactions in the SAP. So let us first see log on to SAP. To do that, I am already in the SAP. So let me go to log off. So if we wanted to log on, we have to log on GUI. So this screen comes first. In this, we have to enter our user ID. I am just choosing user ID this and password. So we have entered into a SAP user. Now we have seen the logging on to SAP. The next step is to create a new user. From this we will create a new user. If you wanted to create a new user, SU001, here this we will call menu bar. In this menu bar we have to type a T code, transaction code. So if we will enter, and either we can enter from here or we can enter from the keyboard also, both are same. So then we will get an initial screen for creating a new user. You can see here, if you put your cursor on this icon, its name, after a few seconds it appears at the bottom. That means it is create. If you put it on this, you can see it is change. This also we can shift, using shift F6 also we can apply this. Create one we can apply with F8. And this is display. You can see goggles, just for looking that. We cannot modify meaning of this one, we cannot modify or we cannot change it. It is not used for the creation. So whereas this is, you can see here by the icon you can understand this is for deletion. Bottom the name is written and shift F2 leads to this. And this is for copy, because one is there and similarly another one we are trying to create it, so that icon is showing as a copy. Shift F5 also is the same option. Here locking, lock, unlock, and this is change password. Like that you can understand from this. Now user, if you wanted to create a new user, or if you wanted to see the old user, then you can give the already created user, and then this goggles, if you press, you can see it. Now I wanted to create a new user, venkat 1. So now I wanted to create it. So here in this there is a lot of option which already everybody knows about this one. Fields, academic title, format, related to the person, these are all details, but at least in this last name must be there, so that's why it is a mandatory field. And here I just wanted to use for one only, same it is. And remaining in this communication table, in this language is most important. Other things also you can give it email ID, mobile phones, and so that whenever it is going to assign certain roles, information will be passing to them. Here it is most important is that at least one field is name, last name, and language you can give it. And next, now going to the logon data, here the most important one is user type. Here A is a dialog type user, and service type user, system type, communication type. These are all used for the internal system purpose. The service for the users in the industry, many users are there, for them they will use it, this service type. Dialog is a single, means he can do it all the roles in this. So we wanted to do all the settings. As a consultant we wanted, that's why we are going with a dialog. And going to next, okay, there is a password. You have to initiate a password for him, because this is mandatory field. As soon as the user ID is created, and when you are trying to enter, it will ask for a new user ID for that particular person, because this we are creating, whereas SAP user is creating for the venkat 1. So that means he must not know, SAP user also must not know the other user what the user venkat 1 what is his password. So that's why you are just creating a new initial password. Later it can be changed. So here what I wanted to give it is like SAP at user 1. I wanted to repeat SAP. You can give it anyone. User 1. And validity period is also important. It is showing it is not compatible. You might have used longer one, that's okay. So now validity period we will give it from today onwards. As many number of years you can give it. This is the validity period. And next go to the defaults. You can see here logon language. If you are not given, it will be ideal. You can give it English. When it is using that, it will go with a default value, English only. Start menu, if any start menu you wanted, in that only particular specific start menu is there, you can give that one. It is a default, so it will straight away you will get that default one. And decimal notifications is, this is the notations. It has an option is X is all comma comma comma, and decimal is for the separating the last point decimal points. Here we are using comma with the separation, and points are the thousands separation, and the format dates months here is like this is given. Otherwise month is first last date, or we can use other types, which one we wanted. Any output devices we wanted to set it spool control purpose, output immediately. These are all default values, we can change later, but these are all going to appear in default values, even though we can give it later these values. Parameter values we can leave it now, later we can enter some parameter values, we will discuss later. There is a lot of parameter values are there, by that one there is a lot of changes we can do it. Roles, if you go to the roles, what role you wanted, separate menu we are going to get by this one. So I just wanted to use and show one role here, find a certain functions for that. Now I just use SAP, this I wanted to use it, enter. So system administration roles, I just wanted to put it here. Profiles, if we wanted to use profiles, certain profiles, so you can see this client dependent customizing, this is one profile, and all SAP system authorizations for the purpose of the authorizations also is a profile. New authorization checks, this I am assigning it, and if you are going to assign a user group, if you have created it, we can personalization. Now save. As soon as you save, it is created the date, administration date, all this we can see. This is the person who has created this user. Now status is saved. If we wanted to change anything, we can still change it. Now go back. Now to go to into that particular user, we have to still go out from the SAP. So we wanted to go to venkat 1 password. Password is SAP at user 1. So here I entered with the venkat. Here because we have assigned that particular one, so it has a role of user menu, role of these operations, system configuration, performance analysis, problem analysis, these are all it has been given. Now if we wanted to change password, again you can go to the SU01, you can go to here and use this particular one, change password, new password we can give it. I am just going to give a simple one. Venkat 11 and venkat 11. Now so this has been saved to new password also. So this password, again we wanted to enter, we wanted to go out from this, we have to log off, again log in. Venkat 1 1 I have given that password. Now enter. Now it is asking again new password. I cannot give old one again. Venkat 1 2 1 2 I will give it. That's it. So this will come. You can your change. Now we will go back to our menu. Login is over, creating new user is over, password resetting is done, and SAP menu and its modules and user menu. Difference between these two, user menu and SAP menu, we needed to see. This is the user menu. For the user menu this, and for standard SAP menu you can click this one, we will get the SAP menu. The screen is going to convert into the SAP menu, and if you use this, is going to be user menu. User menu is created in such a way, customized commands is given for the user, so that fields only is available for the operation. So that user menu. The standard menu, all the commands will be there for the standard menu. So this is nothing but the SAP Easy Access menu, we will call it as, whereas in this, but it is Easy Access but user menu for Venkat 1. Our name will be comes here. Now, and modules, we see the modules, different modules are here in this. You can see all the modules like Office, cross application. Mostly we wanted is logistics. Under this logistics there are several modules are there in this. There's a materials management module, sales and distribution module, and logistics execution, production. There are so many. So all these modules, each one is a separate module. Now we are going to study in this materials management. Under this materials management module there are several folders. Is having the purchasing, inventory management, so physical inventory, valuation. So you can see there are several again sub modules will be there. Under this purchasing sub module there is again another sub folders are there. Purchase orders, purchase and next we go for menu, user menu, menu bar. Now there are 5 types are there. One is menu bar, another one is command bar and standard toolbar and title bar, application toolbar and status bar. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars are there. In these 6 bars, the topmost one upper on the screen is the menu bar. Let us go and see. This is the menu bar. In this menu bar we will see here first menu, and later this is an edit, and this is favorites, and extras and system help. These are the menu bar menus, drop menus. In this drop menu you are going to see SAP menu and business workplace and create roles, display role menu and refresh. Such commands will be there in the menu. Most of them in this starting menu you are going to see save, refresh, create, display. Regarding the transactions related one, it will be there in this, and here related to the transaction execution of that particular command. The execution you can see here. If you go to the create and then if you put it your cursor in this and then if you apply for execution, it will create a purchase order. So you can also double click on this. You can also use this to execute it. When you will go into that transaction, this menu bar is going to change related to that particular transaction functions. So here what we have seen before, it is not there here. The menu bar is gone. Here it is purchase order, it has come. In this changes to the purchase order, these are the things. Other purchase order, if we wanted to call it, we can get it, or create. Because it's already in one mode, already creation mode, that's why this is a gray field. Gray field means that is not going to be useful now. So whichever is thick black color is there, those are the active fields. If you entered the data in this, we can save using by this one also, and save and output for this purpose we can use. Like this we can use here. Again edit one, here only editing we can do it. Cancel this and go to messages. There is a go to, when it will come, there is a another field, secondary fields are there, like these are the secondary tabs. There is a another screen is hidden in this. To go to certain things in this, options will be there. Go to the messages, previews, back, certain secondary fields, whichever certain secondary fields are there, those we can go from here also, or we can apply from here also. If it is anything environmental, so it is surroundings to that one. Inside this material you are applying it, like the data is there. So that data you wanted, suppose this is a purchase order, in this material is you have entered, and that particular material you wanted to access, those material you wanted to open directly from here, then these environment fields are going to be in that. There is a info record, source list, all this we have not entered, but if we have entered and we wanted to enter in this, in such kind of things we can use this environmental drop. We can also access from other place directly from here, or from the menu also, from drop down menu we can also get it. If info record we wanted, here somewhere info record is there inside. This is the info record field. You can get from here, you can get from there also, from environment, like that. So presently it is not going to call anything, but you have to choose a material, then it will call for that. So now that is about the environment. And system. System drop menu always contains about the system related one. Creation of a new session, ending of session, user profiles, as we have gone before already. User SU01, hold data, set data, delete data, own data, and expand other favorites, or anything is there related to user. Those are commands will be there in this user. Services, reporting purpose, quick here, output control, such things you can see here. Utilities, debugging, resource usage, and memory analysis. So these are all, it's not going to be same thing, all these drop menus for always. They are going to change according to the related command, what fields are necessary, according to that it will change. And these help functions are use SAP library in this, and we can study the material. Now this is about the menu bar. This is about the first menu bar. So menu bar generally containing of drop menus. Let's go to command bar and standard toolbar. So this is about the command bar. You can see here, from here to here is a command bar. The other one is standard toolbar. These are all standard tools. In this command, whatever is used to access a transaction codes, means to execute the transaction codes, fast way of executing transaction codes, this field is given. From up to here is a separate toolbar. You can enter it and you can enter a transaction. Suppose I will go back to the back. Here ME21N is the creating purchase order screen. We are going to into creating purchase order. So same T code, you can see here ME21N, this is T code we call it as, and this T code we press it, ME21N, and enter. So we have reached to the same place where we gone back, ME21N, and I can use, before I pressed on the keyboard enter, here I am going to press it now. This is also equal to the same thing, enter. So this is fast path, we can go directly from here, and you see here not necessary to open even anything, directly we can use it, ME21N, enter. We have gone to the same that screen immediately. So now in this up to here menu bar, we say this is the field. You see here it is, if you open whatever up to 10 fields it is going to save. If you have used latest any 10 fields, these are all going to save here. So if you are becoming, you wanted very fast to access, you don't want to type it, then you just click, you can use it up to more than 10 commands it can store in buffer. So these you can use it and enter and enter. But it is not going to come because you are already into a new transaction. So in this transaction to another transaction, if you wanted to go, it cannot go. First you have to reach to the initial screen as you have gone to the, you came from there, easy access screen. From this only you have to apply your transactions, then only do. So that means you see here you are going to create a initial screen vendor. So that is the code we have applied and we entered. So we have opened to that. So we have to, if we wanted to go back, this is the back. You can go back to that screen. So that is the way. Even suppose if we have gone to that place and we wanted to come back, you can do escape also, you can come to that place. So that is one another way. So short means, so up to here this is a command bar, and if you wanted to close this, you can close it, the icon is closed, and you can open like this. So this is executing, means enter or continue this purpose. Now the other area is standard toolbar, we will call it as. About these are all commands. This is a back and present. If you are anything in that transaction, So you wanted to come back, then only it will be active, because it's already in the original place, so it cannot be, it will be grade position. And now this is exit. Exit, if you have one command under the another one screen is there, and from the whole you wanted to come completely, then you can use this one. Or you wanted to, if the transaction you don't want to create it, you wanted to cancel that transaction, you can use it, that transaction cancel purpose. Here, because you are not yet created to print it, that's why it's graded out. So this, if it is active, then you can see the print, you can take the print out. And these are the binoculars. Is binoculars generally meaning for searching something. So this is, you can use it as search purpose. Suppose if I wanted to change position, or this is there, so instead of that one, what I can use here, this is you will say is match code, you can say, or F4. If you have pressed it, then you are going to get from this. So you can also see binoculars here. If you have written a field will come, you can type something, and it is going to bring that one. You know it very well. So that is the purpose. The same thing here also. Here also same thing. These are first page, and this is the last page. When you have it several pages, you wanted to move one page to another one, and which is sometimes the page is very bigger, it go behind this screen also, and you wanted to up down, you wanted to make it, you can make up and down. Sometimes even creating table times, there are hidden fields also there. Until and unless you change the field, you will think that one page is completed, but still there will be there. So such that you can use these pages to scroll it up and down. And now here this one is for the creating a new session. You can create a new session. If you have created, just press it, that one. You are going to see another window, which is I am not able to show here, but you can see from there is a bottom another one, sessions, new session, like that. You can create up to 7 screens. So these are used for the purpose. One place you can create, suppose I wanted to create here /n. This /n, why we will use to bring it the original screen. Also we can use from this menu bar. So /n and me21n. After this /n means we are going to original. From there I wanted to give it a T code, that purchase order. So in one folder I am using the purchase order I am creating here. In another one, another field, like I wanted to create a vendor xk01, xk01 is creating new vendor. So one screen I am creating purchase order, another screen I am creating vendor, another screen there is an info record I wanted to create, me11. So 3 screens like this we can keep on work, one simultaneously the other one we can work here. If suddenly we are entering some data is required and that it is not there, you can go and create that one and you save it and come back, and still you can, without losing those data which you have entered, you can still continue with that one. For that purpose it will be useful. Or sometimes when the transaction you are saving it or you are doing it takes long time, at the same time you can still work some other functions with the other one, that is also possible. So these are the working with the sessions, and generates a shortcut. If we wanted this shortcut, this initial screen shortcut, we can create a shortcut using the transaction SK01 or so client super user password. If we wanted password, you can put a password here. Okay, so now this, if we wanted to see, you can see here, this is the vendor initial screen. Directly we have entered to that place because we have already in that this thing, so we came to, so the shortcut we have created. So now we came to know that these functions also, and this is for the help, and whereas this one is for the for changing the layout. You can get lot of options in this. You can create shortcuts also in this. Also we can get it. You can also change the colors of the screen, set colors, new visual designs, anything you wanted, we can get it from this. You can change from this. Such things you can apply from here. And what other things? Command bar is done, standard toolbars we have studied, and now go to the title bar. Here this is the title bar. That means after the standard toolbar there is a title bar is there. We go back, this is the title bar. Title bar always shows the position in which command we are there and what processing we are doing it. If we have gone to the another place, you can see it is showing that one we are in the creating info record initial screen. We are under this info record initial screen. If we are going to the next screen, this always it is going to change it. So it is screen to screen, this title bar is going to change. That's why it is called as title bar. So title of the screen it is going to express. So title bar about that one. And application toolbar. Application toolbar is below to the title bar. It is there. View. This is the application toolbar. Here all applications are kept are there here. In this, if we are going to the other menus other than this, if any of the other menus, like there are several menus are there, you go to and you can see here design engineer, and there are so many other customs management. So if we wanted to go to the customs management screen, you can see that menu completely changes to the customs management. So this is the role, separately customs it is being given, GTS system it will come over completely. So you can, so just I brought it for looking this one. Again you can go to this standard menu and we will get our own. So materials management one. So this is for different types of menus, different purpose they are there. Another one here we can see favorites. these favorites are most important when we are creating. Most the times where we are working it and going to the path, it takes long time. Instead of that, we can put it here, whichever command is there. Suppose if I go to the in this creating purchase order, this specific one I wanted to, I can use here. I can bring this one to directly like this, pick and drop it here, it will come that place. Or from here also I can change up and down by moving like this. I can see like this, I can change the positions up and down. And here also, if it is there still I wanted, I can use it up and down by using these curves, up and down like this. Any one we wanted, we can use it. And other things, if you create, you click that one, you select it and right click, you can get the favorites, add to the favorite. It will go to the add, create shortcut on the desktop. If you wanted shortcut, you can use it, save list, preview. So you can execute in new window. That means you can click it here, it is going to create a new window, and the same function it is going to work as /n and me21n functionality. So that is the way how you can right click, you can select this one and right click, you get the different purposes here. And favorites, adding to the favorites, if you add it here, so now I wanted to, the next change one I wanted to add it here in the favorites, I can add it in the favorites like that using this. You can see this, delete the favorite, this I am going to delete it. Now if you wanted to change favorites, so change functionalities are there many. What it has to change, you want to change the text name or something is there, so that you can do it. Creating the roles, this is HR related one, you can create the roles also here. This role later we can see it because it's a different module one. Just you can imagine this, we can create the role, but later I will show you when it is required. So this is about the application bar, and we go for next application toolbar. Next we go to the status message bar and messages. Go to the status messages. Suppose if we open something and here we are going to take something, enter it, always it will show a position. So you can see here it is showing the status presently. You have to give a plant, you give the plant, all others it has been filled, but it is asking to stated, it is showing the status. So present on vendor I have given, next what it is asking, even it will direct to us what we needed to do it. So there is a red color always, this red color one message is always, net price must be greater than 0. It is directing to us. That means we are not given yet price. It should be more than this 0. If we put it 0 and no item will come for 0 price, so there must be some price. So that means it is showing you have not given the price, you have to understand. So that the red color into mark it is showing, it is a error message. So whenever it comes error message, it will not allow you to move further. So either you have to give this value or you have to cancel this. So that is only option for you. You cannot move forward further. That is error message meaning. So suppose I am going to give it like 10 and I have given it, and next it is still asking some enter a quantity. Without quantity, what is the price, what is the purchasing. So some quantity you can give it like so. You have given the quantity. Still after entering, is it okay? Still it is not satisfied. It is saying there is a tax code must be there. So what tax code? Still, because invoicing we are going to do it, there must be a tax code, it is here. So everything is okay. Now there is no message. That means this document is ready for saving. You can save it, and still you wanted to check it, you can check it. It is showing in this procedure, please enter the terms of payment. Is also needed terms of payment, but I will remove this one, ERS. So now you see this, how these errors, these messages are directing us to do it, what we have to do it. So now it is a green right mark message showing that one no message issued during this check. That means no issues. You can save it. So now if you save it, so here one more thing, in this message last you are going to see the system related status. So if you open this one, you can see here it is going to show you always transaction system, which system is this, client, who is client, user, and program, what type of program is running, and like that. If you are going to tick this one, and always this place you can see the transactions. So now here we have gone back to the same, that one, that is saved. So standard purchase order created under the number, this is the number. So this is the message it is showing. That means it is directing. So it is showing its status, what it wanted, and now it is successful. Then it is showing the message with this one. That means status of this one, the transaction it is showing, and in which transaction we are there, this status also, ME21 also it is going to apply. You have to open this and put it in the transaction, then it will come. So that is the meaning. If you put this, it will go back, it will not appear. Then you can use to, you can use to open this. So you can use here to open the this message to bigger screen. Like you wanted to open it, you can open this, it will come back, but the last these lines are there. If you click this one, the message what was there, it will show in a complete document. So now this is all about messages, and that message bar or status bar, you can call it as. Menu path to approach T codes I have shown you already. Usage of favorite functionalities you have shown you, and now I'm going to show you copy and paste. So in SAP there is a something, suppose I have taken here, and the same field, the same quantity, you can just rub it and block it all these, and then put it any other place and right click it, automatically it is going to paste that one. That is copy and paste functionality is there in this entire system anywhere if you wanted. Suppose we wanted to copy this and go to the notepad. Suppose the notepad is there. Here I wanted to paste. I can paste it like that. So there is a way of copy and paste. Just no need of clicking anything. You just use like this. So now that is your copy and paste. Always any of the place you can use like that and do it. Copy paste you have seen, and F1 details you wanted to get it. So let's go to the see the F1 for any of the field. Suppose vendor is there here. This vendor, what is the vendor? You just select that field there and press F1. You will get complete information about that particular field. Is a medium field label, defines one of the following: short field label, medium field label. So regarding that field it is showing here. So you can get like that. I just wanted to open the old file. Like these fields are there, we don't understand what this field, PL delivery time, that means this we don't know. Just you can just click, you can see the dotted lines is covering that one, so that means it is selected. So now F1 you can enter. It is planned delivery time in days, so it is going to show the details about that one. And regarding the technical data, if you wanted, you can see the table and other things also. You can, by clicking this hammer and spanner, you can see table name, field names, all the other things. We can get it later. These are going to use when I am going to discuss. So now that is one way of getting the F1 use. So F1 is always used. If you don't know what it is, then you can just press it and you can use that one to know about it. And F4, this related to F4. So suppose and here you are using vendor, and which vendor you don't know, you have forgotten, then you can put your cursor inside this and press F4. So you will get an options, different options are there. You are going to use purchase order purpose or like the searching, so you are going to get the vendors. All this you can choose, select it, any one. Suppose this vendor is there, you can bring it here like that. So one way. Otherwise you can also use this same functionality for searching purpose, it will be used. So they are actually this is the functionality for the match code, that is F4. Working with sessions I have told you. So these are the about minimum fundamentals when you are going to work in this SAP, which are required. And some other symbols, if you are going to look these icons, what are those? Because by looking this one you can easily understand, and also you can note down this. You can see here, this is, I have told you, enter or continue, and save. This is a old floppy system we used to use for saving purpose data, so that it has become the standardized for saving. And now this is used for the back, whichever command is there and you wanted to go one step back and exit totally from that task. And this is for the cancel, and this one is for the print, create new session. I have told you shortcut. And help, I have told you customizing local layout, layout, colors, other things, the design, screen design, other things you can use from this. And finding purpose you can use it, searching, advanced search, and page, first page, last page, previous, next, these functions. And command field we have used it, and here this button also we have used it to stored one to search it and use it. Standard controls, these standard controls you have to note on these. /n is going to the easy access menu, these are the enter. Under this enter, what are there? See here, /n 4x means we are not going to use 4x here. This is the T code. N afterwards immediately T code is there. We are going to into that new transaction. Old transaction is going to end and a new transaction is going to come. Now this I am going to show you. Just you can watch. Now here we are under the purchase order. You can see here we are under the purchase order. We wanted to go to easy access menu. I just /n, I will go, it will go to the easy access menu. Whereas if you are, we are there in the different one, and we wanted to create /n, we wanted to go to info record ME11. This is the info record. That means you can see here there is a /n is for the going back to the that, and other one ME11 is the T code we needed to attach here. This. So when you enter press, so we have entered the old transaction and we have entered into the new one directly in the same session. Session is means another window is not opened. So now if we go to that, so this 4xs is showing that one, we are ending the old session and going to the new session. Here only ending and going to the easy access menu this. And whereas if this one you are going to use transaction initial screen will be, any initial screen is there, that is going to skip out. And /o if you have called, a new session is going to create it. That means instead of n you can put it here. This is going to be /o and ME21N if you are putting here. So what it is, the /o is already, this /o is already for ending this, creating a new session and with a T code this. So that you enter it and it is going to create a new session and with a new purchase order transaction directly we have entered. So like that, the other things like /o, this one we have seen it, and deletes current session. If you wanted, you don't want that one, you can also delete it, or you can delete the session from here also, or /i if you have put it, /i, enter, you are deleting that one, that has gone. So /i deletes current session. There's a 2. And if you are going to put /n and end, it is going to be lock off, and any field is grayed means that field is not available for this note, you can remember. So always if it is working, so it is grayed means it's not going to be useful at all. As I have explained you already, you can see this field is graded out. If you click on this one, is no use, is active, so this is going to be. So that is the meaning, you have to understand. All of them is over. Organization of components, this we will see in the next topic. So we end here this session for the navigation of the SAP screen. Thank you.